AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. Fabian Perspective. Knicks Rehab. AllBall.
You know the drill, man. We in the building a little early today. But hey, man, always happy to be up here. Always happy to see my people. Let's get to it.
Big Friday. Big AllBall TV. Big Knicks Rehab. We in the building, baby. Listening to these rumors. Twitter got me going crazy. I forgot to pull up that meme with Jalen Brunson. Looks like he's 1,000 years old now. It's like 5 more months to Knicks play basketball again, man. That's exactly how I felt. We're definitely excited about this team. Definitely excited about every single rumor out there. I'm listening to all of them. I don't care what you guys say. We're trolling, clickbaiting. Yeah, say whatever you want. What are you guys doing? What are you spending your time talking about the Knicks about? I don't know. Me and AllBall, we're going to talk about trades all day. Is this okay? And then we're going to switch it up and contradict ourselves in 20 minutes. That's what we do. That's what we do. And you love it.
Listen, we love our Knicks. We love y'all. We love sports. This is what sports is. We talk about things that can happen, won't happen, have no chance of happening. This is what we do, man. Like I said, a lot of rumors going on with our Knicks. Like, we the hot spot. We the hot spot. A lot of players are scared to say they want to come here. So, you're going to get all these rumors and all these trades that we think can happen. So, man, listen, I'm ready to talk about them all. I don't care who it is. Let's talk about it.
Well, supposedly some of these guys are reputable.
Well, hold on. Don't we have another team going to the finals? Wasn't it a big game on last night?
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Wow. Look at this guy. AllBall on point.
Come on, let's talk about Game 5, Western Conference Finals. Dallas smokes Minnesota, and I'm pretty sure now that comparison is dead. Ant-Man is not, never was, never will be, not even close to the greatest player of all time, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And in the words of my man Maury, he is not the father. Get Ant-Man and Minnesota Timberwolves out of here ASAP.
Horrible. I can't believe.
At home.
It was bad. Obviously, I was big on Ant-Man. Love him as a superstar. He's still a superstar to me, in my opinion, because superstars bring the people to the game. That's what he does. He's an ambassador to the game now, newfound face. Ja Morant, your crown is on the line, just in terms of superstardom, ambassador for the game, because you guys pushed back on me when I said Ant-Man is what Ja Morant thinks he is. But at this point, Ant-Man can walk around saying he's nicer than Ja Morant like that. Like that. Offensively, Ja Morant is like that. Like that. I compared him to Stephon Marbury the other day, AllBall.
Well, why do you say offensively? Like, no disrespect. And I like Ant-Man. He's not great defensively. What?
I don't think he's a all defensive dude, but Ja Morant is a disappearing act on the defensive end. Like that's all his fault. No effort.
Okay, but, all right. I give him, we say effort, but we got to be careful, And like I said, I like Ant-Man. Nothing against him. We got to blame us, the media, when we start comparing guys and start to catapult and put guys to a level that they not there yet. And what I've been saying all season, I've been on reserve, but he's done something that was legendary. Got that young team to a conference finals, beat the defending champions back against the wall. So much props to him. But the Jordan comparisons, him being a great defender, all that, dead. That's over with. We should not talk about that no more. Because what Luka and Kyrie did last night, flamethrower out the gate. Flamethrower. And Lord have mercy, Rudy Gobert.
I can't be as disappointed in Rudy Gobert as I am in KAT's career. I never thought Rudy Gobert was going to be a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Never thought he would be in this level, name with everybody else. But KAT, number 1 pick, coming out of Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken. And he was, for me, when I saw him, I always tell the same story, same point of view. When I saw him and Anthony Davis get to the league, I thought, oh, this is where the league is going. 2 7-foot guys that could do everything. I thought it was over. Like, these guys are going to be defending 1 through 5 and everything, especially in this era. And maybe I had too high of an expectation for him, but the one thing that I noticed about him was you go left with the right hand. Nah, KAT. Like, that's the first thing I noticed about him. And ever since then, I'm like, what is this? You keep settling for threes. You got these guys are midgets on you, bro. Like that. Come on, man. There's no heart. And it seems like he's not a self-starter, not a self-motivated whatsoever, especially compared to what, Ant-Man has. If he had Ant-Man's motivation, we're talking about, I could go crazy. MVP of the guy.
I mean, KAT is somewhat of a disappointment. I like KAT, but I gotta hold his feet to the fire. But I'm not gonna put I'm not gonna put 100% blame on him. Ant-Man went to that team. They catapulted Ant-Man over him. Everybody just all of a sudden fell in love with Ant-Man and forgot about KAT. And then the way the game is being called and refed, it's like they don't even want the big man on the post. I'm saying with the coach, like how you not calling timeouts and going crazy on him in the huddle? My man, get on the block. So, I definitely give him some type of blame, but I give blame to everybody else. But he's not the one that's talking crazy. He's not the one on the floor acting like he's got to put this on Ant-Man. I'm sorry. Ant-Man before the series, I'm gone, Kyrie. Ant-Man before the series, even when they was down 3-0, it ain't over. So for me to have that mindset, yeah, I love it, but you got to back it up. To win game 4 and then come out and lay an egg like that last night at home, very disappointing. I don't care. Miss me with Ant-Man is only 22. I don't want to hear none of that. You have to back it up. And what am I known for? Lay it all on the line. Die on your shield. You cannot lose how y'all lost last night at home. After you just won a big game in Dallas. To not be swept. No. So for me, I'm giving 100% blame to Ant-Man. I'm not blaming nobody else. Nah. That's your team. You took leadership. The people anointed you the star, the superstar. People compared you to Mike. Even Mike backed that up. I'm putting all this on Ant-Man. I'm sorry. I'm not putting this on nobody else.
He's not ready, Ant-Man. But I can't knock him for pushing himself and his team and challenging himself and his team. We don't have those guys. Again, they're the guys that have been bringing the fun back to the league, including Ja Morant. Jason Tatum, way too cool. Again, we're leaving the era of this last decade, LeBron led, Kevin Durant led. They damn near ruined it for us. Like, look how we're kind of, that was like a dark era for us, for me at least. And I know for you, it was like, that's why you hate about it. So I cannot be mad at Ant-Man, 22 years old, and he's going through his growing pains, and he's just loud about it. I can't be mad at that at all. Western Conference Finals, we didn't expect that. I thought they were competitive against the Denver Nuggets in the first round the season before when they beat him 1 game. He missed the game winner. He has some things to work on as well, the mid-range game, but I can't fault him for that. He's way too motivated to for me to fault him like that. Maybe he's not ready, but KAT is a veteran. Also, we talked about Ant-Man leapfrogging him. It wasn't just Ant-Man. It was Nas Reed. They talking about Ant-Man is done. I mean, KAT is done out here, and everybody wants Nas Reed on the team. Wow. And they're talking about their salary cap real quick, AllBall. Karl-Anthony Towns, $50 million. Rudy Gobert, $43 million. Those two in itself is crazy. That's damn near $100 million for that front court of Rudy Gobert and Karl-Anthony Towns. And now they're talking about you got to trade Karl-Anthony Towns because Nas Reed is at $14 million and he has a player option. And I think he's going to make $15 million next season. So if Nas Reed turns that down, he's going for more money. along with that, apparently, A-Rod is involved with a beef with the owner, Glenn Taylor over there in Minnesota. A-Rod's supposed to own them. Something happened with that. So the ownership over there is looking crazy. Potentially, we'll get to the Knicks in a second. We could still steal Nas Reed from over there if we want. Somebody could. So I gotta blame KAT for being an experienced guy and looking like he's Ant-Man's little brother at the podium and on that court, and allowing him to become the leader and allowing Nas Reed to leapfrog you off the bench.
Well, for me, we can't. KAT, he was the one that won Game 4. Hit some big shots. He came to play. Yeah, as good as Nas Reed is, he's not better than KAT. Reason why KAT is the one that can be traded is because that's the best trade piece they have over there. Of course, Ant-Man not going nowhere. So let's not make it seem like if you ask the team, who do you want, Nas Reed or KAT? They're going to take KAT. There's no knock on Nas Reed. The problem with Minnesota is coaching and the Rudy Gobert thing. It worked up until this point, and now we see, got to get rid of him. Got to get rid of the coach. Because Minnesota had the best team in the series. I understand Dallas had the best 2 players. But Minnesota had the defensive player of the year and the 6th man of the year on the same team. And you basically got swept. To me, that is coaching. That is understanding your lineups, understanding what works and what doesn't work. That's coaching. Now, I'm not taking blame away from KAT. I'm not being biased. I'm not a big of enough KAT fan to not understand, you got to play better. Got to play tougher. You got to play smarter. But he won a 3-point contest. Everybody shoots threes. So let's not blame him for shooting too many threes. Because in Game 4, if he don't knock down those big shots, they get swept. You got to figure out what you're going to do with Rudy Gobert. You got $200 million. You're supposed to be the best defensive player of the year. Offensively, I'm better than you. And I'm 5'8" and overweight. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Tough.
So for me, Minnesota got some things they need to work out. But I think for me, it goes for coaching. And they have a bright future. Ant-Man, they got their superstar, they got their guy, and they got some good pieces over there where they could be in the same position next season. But if you got the same coach, the same thing is gonna happen. So for me, big shout out to them. But man, listen, people spoke too soon, and this is what they always do, and they laughed at me. Like I said I reserve when these guys win a playoff series. Him and SGA, they win a playoff series. But when you start talking the best player in the NBA compared to Michael Jordan, the way people go berserk over SGA, listen, cool. But once again, now look what happens. Now everybody looking crazy. It's quiet out here. But if this was Brunson or any other player, they'd be going berserk. But the Ant-Man streets is quiet because the excuse is already set in. He's young. We're going to blame KAT. We're going to do this. Nah, we know the deal. Best player on the team gets the blame in every sport. The only sport that might not work is baseball. Because you can be the best player, but if the pitcher can't close out the game, but football, basketball, we blaming the best player. It's been like that forever. So I'm not going to sit up here and kill KAT for that, because that's all everybody want to do, because they don't like him personally. That's all it is. But for me, he played his game. And in Game 4, he was the reason they won Game 4, for the same reason that everybody kill him for. Those same reasons he won Game 4. So, Ant-Man had to step up bigger. Sorry, and he didn't do it.
Before I get to the real battle at hand that we want to get to about that series, about the NBA right now, you might have checkmated me with that, because the coach is you don't coach potential. You coach tendency at a certain point. This is my guy that I know does XYZ. KAT ain't built for all that. He's this finesse guy. You're going to expect him to show up out of nowhere and be a rough and tough, Zach Randolph. No, not happening. So to your point, I stand corrected. Ant-Man is not ready. You definitely got to take the damn blame. You talking like that. So, you know, he got all the credit in the world. We bigged him up, and nobody had him in a top 10 MVP conversation. And yet we fell in love with him to do and act. We're kind of acting like he was. So I'm a part of that. That's why I had to apologize last week to my guy AllBall.
Hold on. But also, just to cut you off, I'm so sorry. Remember when they was down 0-3, some people actually thought Ant-Man and them could win 4 straight. That's how berserk we go over players. Let's not forget that. So people didn't think that because of KAT, because nobody else. They thought that because of Ant-Man. So I'll let you finish your point. Let's not forget that we just go berserk with players that look at the pressure we put them under. No. So, yeah, I put that on him.
And to your point about Chris Finch, the coach, he broke his leg. He was sitting in the second row the whole series. You know, God bless him. But come on, man. You got to know your players. Everybody in the league, anybody that watches basketball knows they're all making fun of Rudy Gobert. And it's not, you know, it's funny, but it's not fun. It's not funny to me because Draymond's a hater towards him for whatever reason. But it does look funny that he won 4 Defensive Player of the Years. I don't recall one of those being able to not show up in the Western Conference Finals. That's crazy. So you do have the personnel, though. We just talked about how Naz Reid would be a steal for anybody. How the hell you don't have him in the game and he did what he did against the Joker? That's insane to me. And now you spreading the floor. And all Ant-Man was talking about after they won that game, even though Derek Lively didn't play, that's another reason why you guys didn't get swept. Derek Lively's out here looking like a crazy young stud. You got Naz Reid out there. Now you got 3-4 guys that spread the floor. Now Ant-Man can go to work and dribble all day long and you know, roll the clock down. And another guy that can possibly guard Luka, you know, body up with Derek Lively, move around with him. That was, you know what? I take it all back. Can't be KAT when we know who he is. Can't be Gobert when we know who he is. Mr. Ant-Man and Mr. Chris Finch, you the leaders, you the big mouth, and you the coach. I gave Tom Thibodeau blame. I got to be consistent and give Chris Finch a lot of blame. But that being said, now that the anointed one, the dawn has arrived. The Larry Bird comparisons are now official. He's well-deserved. He's going to go head-to-head with Larry Bird. But that ain't who we want to start with first, because there's currently a living playing legend in the game today. Old as hell. And AllBall had a take on the IG. Had it on fire. These guys were going crazy. They were thinking, hey, LeBron is LeBron. You can't even compare LeBron to Luka Doncic. Why not? I hate when we say we can't compare anybody. Who do you guys think you are? What do you think we're doing? We're talking basketball, man. Basketball. Everybody's up for grabs. The Dawn, Luka himself, is a living legend. His legacy has taken another step. His accolade trophy list looks crazy. It looks crazy. But it starts now, AllBall. Year 6. I love the way you put that, too. Very strategic. AllBall is a guru out here, if you didn't notice. Year 6. Luka Doncic versus LeBron Raymond James. Who we got, AllBall? Did you come to a conclusion?
So, for me, this is going to ruffle some feathers. This is why LeBron James isn't that special, how people make him out to be. Did Luka go to college? Luka was playing professional at what, 13, 14? They had the scouting reports out on him, 15, 16 years old. Hey, it's this kid playing against grown men going crazy. Comes to the NBA out the gate. I think it's what, 5 straight all first NBA first teams? Probably, I think 6 or whatever it is. His numbers is out of control. Luka Doncic is on pace to be better than LeBron James. I'm going to say it again. Luka Doncic is on pace to be better than LeBron James. And this has always been my argument. Not taking away from LeBron, great player. And yes, Luka has ways to go. But let's treat Luka how we treat LeBron. LeBron ain't got 6 rings. LeBron ain't got 6 finals MVPs. LeBron ain't got 5 regular season MVPs. LeBron don't have a defensive player of the year. So how is he the GOAT? All I'm going to say is this. Luka get 2-3 rings. He's taking LeBron's spot. The numbers and everything is going to be there. So let's be fair. How do we want it? We call LeBron the GOAT. He don't have more rings than Kobe. He don't have more rings than Magic. He don't have more rings than Mike, Kareem. So let's be okay when there's another player that's playing better than him that don't have as many rings. Right now, year 6 Luka versus year 6 LeBron, it's not even close. Luka is way better. Way better. Way better. And you know why? Because he's not going to get swept in the finals. He might win his first finals. LeBron got swept in his first finals, right?
Yeah.
Was LeBron all first team all NBA his first 5 years? 6 years?
I gotta look that up.
And right now, the numbers, year 6 versus year 6, both players, Luka blows him out the water. What did Luka average in the season? 35 and 10?
Well, out of nowhere from the crowd, it's Flino Brown.
Letting him misbehave up here and act a fool. That's what you do. When the principal's not outside and they out in the schoolyard doing backflips and smacking booties, not keeping their hands to themselves, that's what AllBall's doing right now. He don't got no supervision out there. He's just wild.
Good afternoon, my brother. How you doing today?
OG, what's up, baby? How you feeling?
What school? Hold on. What school did you go to, smacking? But what was this?
Did y'all just set me up soon as I go on my red fleet just come out of nowhere like Batman?
Like Batman?
Right. Did the bat signal go in the air?
My brothers, it's good to see y'all. How y'all feeling?
Oh, man. Can't complain, man. Can't complain.
So what you think, Flea?
Disappointed. Yeah, let's get Flea in this.
What's up? What we talking about? I know we ain't got no glasses on today, y'all. Excuse us. We ain't got no glasses on today.
It's not Knicks Rehab. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my fault. Because we don't. But that's for the Knicks Rehab. I put my glasses back on. That's my fault. I put the
glasses today. I'm in an undisclosed area. So, you know what I always tell OG, backgrounds is looking different. So, you know.
That's right. Yes, sir.
What we got?
Let me mind my business.
Please, it's free.
Back to our schedule.
Fleet ready. Hold on, Fabian. Let me ask him this. Hold on. Let me ask him this because me and him gonna have smoke here.
What's up?
Luka Doncic, right? I'm not a big Luka fan. I can admit that. Yep. You know he don't play defense.
Mm-hmm.
But is LeBron James' greatness in jeopardy? Let me just explain. 30 seconds.
Yep, I'm listening.
When it comes to LeBron, people make it seem like we haven't seen him before.
Mm-hmm.
Kid that comes out of high school, stays out of trouble, and just dominates from game 1, year 1.
Mm-hmm.
Luka's doing the same thing. And if I'm not mistaken, he might be more dominant in year 6 than LeBron James in year 6. So I ask you, does it look like Luka Doncic can be better than LeBron James if he gets a couple championships?
Yo, you got a 9-year-old girl right now sitting next to me fuming that you're talking bad about her LeBron James. She's fuming right now. Fuming. I ain't never seen a 9-year-old girl fume after
Tell him sorry.
Nah, it's love. It's love. So here, I think the only person that could be in this kind of conversation is Luka Doncic, right? So I think it's a fair conversation to have. But I want to remind y'all, year 6 LeBron is 2009 LeBron James. If people don't remember what 2009 LeBron James was, please go take a look at what that was. That was sheer dominance of your opposition. Every time you stepped on the floor, there was zero answer for him. By year 6, he was head and shoulders the best player in the league. And Bean is still around. And y'all know how I feel about Bean.
Hold on. Stay there. No. Stay there. Because we gonna rock and roll about this.
Yes, sir.
Can we say the same thing about Luka right now? Sheer dominance. There's no answer for him. And he is the best player in the world at this point. With a LeBron, a KD, a Curry, a Giannis, a Joker, a Embiid, a Brunson, a Kyrie in the league. Can we say the same thing?
I think it's fair. I think it's fair, but I also think that we forget what it looked like. See, what it looks like right now with Luka is it's real methodical, real slow. The pace is different, right? He gets his stuff a different way than LeBron gets his stuff. So just off the eye test, like, because we could go to the numbers, and I'm sure the numbers are comparable. They're probably not exact. Maybe Luka looks better just because the numbers in today's game are just inflated. I don't care what nobody says. There's 20 guys averaging 25 a game, right? In our time, we didn't averaging 25 a game was a big deal. So right now, both guys make it to the finals in their first 6 years. I think LeBron did it in his first 3 years. 22-year-old leading a pretty below average team to the NBA finals, dethrones a dominant Detroit Pistons team. That Pistons team was making to the conference finals 6 years in a row. That, we'll never forget that performance, 25 straight points, 07, that Eastern Conference Finals. I know y'all remember that, right? So, like, there's moments throughout that first 6 years of LeBron James' career that we could go back to and be like, damn. He's got an MVP in those first 6 years, right? So, like I said, I'm not opposed to the conversation. I just think it's like we got to remember the effect he had on basketball in year 6. Like that Derrick Rose flu. Nah, KAT was having the flu for LeBron James. KAT didn't want to show up to see, Bron. So I don't know. It's a great conversation. I love that you posed the question today. You wanted to, you ask a lot of great questions. So that was a great one. I'm curious. What did Fabian say? I missed it. I was racing home to try to get to my brothers.
I'm waiting for him now. He ain't say nothing yet, so that was perfect time. Fabian, your thoughts.
Okay.
This is why I like our conversation. Hold on. Well, I don't know who told it. But chill out, StreamYard. I didn't do that. That wasn't me. They heard. Look, Clutch Sports. They know what I'm about to say. Clutch Sports knows exactly what I'm about to say. The more I talk to you guys, I love talking to you guys. You got Dime is not here. I wish he was here because it is because of y'all that I have to rethink the first half of LeBron James just flat out being more valuable than anybody else because he's better, he's dominant. But he had a similar problem to Shaq, where Shaq was dominant, but he couldn't get it done. He ain't have that shimmy shake. He ain't have that skill set to really clean off Akeem like that. The more we talk, remember, the difference for me between Tatum right now and Luka Doncic, ain't no way it should be a conversation between Tatum and Doncic. It just shouldn't be. But Doncic makes it a conversation. He makes it so that you have to talk about him because for 48 minutes, I could pass the rock, I could rebound. I don't defend much, but I do everything else damn near. And the most important thing is that he's clutch. I could shoot 30% from 3. I'm shooting that last shot. And it's buckets. buckets. That haunted LeBron. Not going to the basket, not hitting free throw, scared to go to the free throw line. I don't care how dominant you are. When you don't have that skill of just being, you say AllBall all the time, the heart. Year 6, no way possible I'm going with LeBron over Luka Doncic. You can't. You can't. You can't. Luka Doncic is playing 48 minutes.
LeBron wasn't?
Not like this.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, wait, hold on.
2024.
Let me re-answer that.
Years later.
Wait.
15. No. It's 15 years later.
I'm sorry.
And it's so easy for y'all to be prisoners of the moment. Do y'all know what the fuck was going on in 2009 with LeBron James? Do y'all remember?
Ask me that again. LeBron wasn't going 48 minutes?
Do you go check how many minutes? But that's easy. Why am I even arguing with you?
No, you don't have to argue. You don't have to argue. Let's ask that. Let's rephrase that, right? Let me ask the question. Was LeBron going 48 minutes?
Ralph Crimson and Ed Norton is back. Go ahead. I'm sorry I started this. Go ahead.
He wasn't going 48, Flea. He was going 46. That was his problem. Luka does all 48. Are you kidding me? When it's crunch time, they're scared to death. That's the reason why they're scared. Everybody's scared of them right now. The Celtics, this should not be a chance. The Dallas Mavericks are the scariest team since February, since the trade deadline announced by who? And I want to really end this. No,
you're not. You're sweating for no reason. Go on the treadmill and do that. You're sweating for no reason. This is right glistening. Now.
This is glistening.
Wipe your brow. Because I'm sweating.
He said he's glistening.
Glistening. Remember, your man couldn't close.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Skip
Bayless told you that, and you ran with it now. That's who told you that. And now you think it's the truth.
You guys love referring to the biggest, loudest guy in media and going, this is the big loudmouth. He's wrong all the time. But a broken clock is right twice a day. And Skip just happened to be correct. It's on you to believe it or not believe it. I saw it, and he just echoed it. Now, let's get to the fact that everybody wants to point to Kyrie Irving. Luka has Kyrie Irving. Well, LeBron James traded himself to the Miami Heat for the very reason that he didn't have a Kyrie Irving. He got the D Wade.
You see how he spins stuff?
He went and got the D. He went and got the D Wade.
What does that have to do with this right here? Y'all make me look like a LeBron James fan. I feel disgusted doing this, but y'all make me look like a fan.
Hey,
because I gotta remind y'all about what really happened.
Whoa. Hold on. So please explain to me what really happened. Hold on. Let's ask this. Kyrie Irving, D Wade, they both killers, correct?
What is that? What does that have to do with his first 6 seasons and Luka's first 6 seasons?
Hey, brother. I'm just trying and then you can get to yours. D Wade, Kyrie Irving, both killers, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Both clutch, correct?
Yes.
Absolutely.
No pun intended. So you got the guy you needed and you folded. It was time and time again. I was a big LeBron fan. I saw what was going on. It happened with the Spurs. All of a sudden, everything he couldn't deer in the headlights. That's who LeBron was. I've never thought Luka Doncic was a deer in the headlights ever. And even LeBron, that's the guy that LeBron used to test out. Jeremy Lin, Joker, Porzingis, all these Europeans, he used to punk them. And he targeted Luka. I told you this. It was a game against Dallas, in Dallas. And the game-winning shot was hit by Danny Green. A crazy shot in the corner.
Because he was open.
Yes, but that was right. But that's the game that they tested Luka. They elbowed him in the face. He was bleeding. And after the game, LeBron was like, yo, you for real. Gave him his props. Because he knows Luka's a killer. LeBron was no killer.
But in 2009, LeBron wasn't a killer? That's what you're saying?
No.
That's a joke. That's just hold on a second. We entitled to our opinions, our takes, all of that. You know that. We do this and we love doing this. But I'm not going to let you sit here and lie to the American people. You can't do that. You just can't do that. What you've done is what you do all the time. You're amazing at it. I'm going to send people to your classes because you are the spin doctor. You spin everything. So you've created now the conversation around what LeBron did post 2009 as opposed to sticking to what the conversation really is about. And that's what you do. So, okay, we can talk about now what happened after, after he left Cleveland. That's fine. We all know what happened. We don't got, that's not opinion, that's fact. But we are talking about the first 6 years and Luka's first 6 seasons. Luka's been phenomenal. First All-NBA first team since a rookie, after his rookie year. Every year, first team. That's not easy. That is not easy. Luka hasn't won an MVP. Luka hasn't led his NBA finals by himself. By himself. Solely alone. So there's some Luka did this by himself? Help me.
I'm just listening, man. I'm just listening. Is he the lead dog? Is he the lead dog? Is Luka Doncic the lead dog and the best player on the Dallas Mavericks?
Y'all want me to be honest about something right now?
Flea, is Luka Doncic the leader, the lead dog, and the best player on the Dallas Mavericks?
1,000.
Now you don't get that. Thank you, because one thing I know about you, you ain't gonna lie to nobody. So
no,
if it's right, so if we're saying that he led them to the NBA Finals, I understand how good and great Kyrie is, but let's not act like Kyrie is all NBA this season or all-star, averaging 30. Like I said, no knock on Kyrie. But bruh, this is all Luka Doncic. I'm sorry. This is all Luka. And until Flea come back, all I'm saying is this. All those special moments that he said LeBron had against Detroit, against whoever. Luka had those special moments too in the playoffs against the Clippers. And look what he's doing now and just season after season after season. All I'm saying is LeBron James, he's not looking that special no more. That's just my opinion. Go ahead, Flea.
Can y'all hear me? Pretty good. No, I was answering your question. Luka is the best player on that team, hands down. I don't have any argument with that. He is the best best player. But he doesn't do this without Kyrie Irving.
Hey, Flea, let's ask a question. So when LeBron went to that finals where everybody say that team was, they wasn't all that good. This is gonna sound like I'm trolling, but I'm honestly not. When it comes to my brothers, I am not trolling. Mo Williams was an all-star, right?
No, he was not.
None of them made all-star teams with that Cleveland. No?
Later on, but in 2007, the only all-star on that team was LeBron James. The second leading scorer on that team is Larry Hughes.
But how much did he average?
14 points a game.
Okay. And what did Kyrie average this season? 20?
Well, I would say 20, maybe a little over, maybe 24 points a game, 23 points a game.
Because this is what I don't like. After 25. Kyrie, 25, okay, that's a big difference. After Kyrie and Luka, that Dallas Mavericks roster is regular. Only guys like y'all know about Lively and understand, but we not going to act like the basketball world know about some of them guys. That roster is mediocre after you get past Luka and Kyrie. Let's be realistic. So Luka has the same argument that LeBron has as far as rosters. Because nobody believed this team could go to the finals besides real basketball minds like us, who, when we did our opinions and our seedings, a lot of us said, listen, man, if this team get it together, they're going to be dangerous. So I just feel, Flea, I don't want to make it as if, I don't want to just solely make it LeBron versus Luka, because I don't want to make it seem like we trolling. But I just honestly feel like we have to stop. And when I say we, I'm just talking about sports world. The way the NBA is being played today and with a lot of these players, man, like the Wembys and all that, depending on what he does in the first 6 years, it makes LeBron not be that much special, bro. I'm saying for his first, because you got to remember, LeBron first 6, 7, 8, 9 years in the league, people thought they would never see nothing like that ever again. And we see how we seeing it now
with Luka.
Yeah, Yeah.
No, but we talk. But when people say that we're never going to see anything like that first 9 or 10 years of LeBron James, like we're not talking about the winning or the losing or really so much the numbers, because all of that he checks the boxes, however you want to slice it. But I'm talking about just sheer, when you look at the player, bigger, faster, stronger, like be able to defend at a high level. People don't even talk about how LeBron could guard 1 through 5 when he walked into the door. Like this is stuff that people want to gloss over. Yeah, because you old, nigga. You don't want to do the real work and think about what happened 15, 20 years ago. It's easy. It's easy to be in prison of the moment and look at what we're watching right now, but you don't want to really think back on what happened.
Okay, but he couldn't really guard the 5 back then. That's a lie.
That's a joke.
Who was he guarding? He was guarding. Who was back?
That's a joke. He had Joakim Noah in hell. What are you talking about?
That you're gonna go with like the lowest skilled center out there. He couldn't guard.
I'm talking about a 5.
He couldn't guard no
I
real
said he could guard
centers.
1 through 5. The first 5 that came to my mind at that time is Joakim.
He's more of a 4. But again.
Oh my God! So now you want to do semantics? Okay.
It's not semantics, because if it was this era, you could say 1 through 5 a lot more clearer, because it's barely any 5s, bro. But to say, I'm not trying to overrate anything or underrate anything LeBron did. LeBron is still the 2nd greatest player of all time. I'm still at some point. We got to
is up here telling us that we've seen. AllBall is up here telling us we are seeing another LeBron James. We're seeing something.
I don't agree with that.
What the?
Hold on. No, I can tell you exactly what I'm saying. We're seeing something better than LeBron James. And what I keep telling y'all, if Joker win another 1 or 2 rings, he's gonna be better than LeBron. We're seeing guys be better than LeBron. I'm sorry. We act like we don't want to believe that. We act like we don't want to see it. But I'm watching the guy rebound better. Hold on, Fleet. Joker rebounds better, passes better, plays the point guard position better. His numbers.
No. Hell no. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all not being fair.
Fleet,
right
LeBron.
That shit is crazy.
Fleet, LeBron is a better point guard than the Joker.
But LeBron came in the league and was tops as a passer. As a guy to pass the ball?
You're a smart brother, Flea. LeBron is a better point guard. Flea, let's make it simple.
I don't think he's a better point guard than Joker. I think
my uncle called. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
I can't hear y'all. I'm gonna come back in.
All right. I don't think he's a better point guard than Joker was. I don't think to be real, the way Joker plays made me think of, validated what I was saying about LeBron. He can make any pass Joker makes, but it's like, bro, Joker just gives the ball up. There's no time to waste. And again, that's to he has to play like that because LeBron is just way more athletic. So but that's besides the point for me. I don't agree that we've seen another LeBron James. I think this is LeBron now at 40. If he was young in this era, it would be crazy. Don't get me wrong. But again, you can't tell me we're watching Jason Tatum. He's struggling closing, and he's a top 5 MVP candidate. And we agree now, wholeheartedly, the only thing he's missing is closing. And if he does that, now he's a top player in the league. It was the same thing with LeBron, bar none. So he was a top player in the league, damn near the best for a lot of us. And all of a sudden, all he needed to do was be clutch. And now we're in the conversation with the best of all time, not just the best of your time. So that separation for me, we're talking about who's more valuable. We're talking about.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
I'll put my phone on do not disturb because this is spicy. I love this. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
That's the reason why for me. It's again, we could keep pointing to all these other skills and what LeBron did. It shouldn't diminish what LeBron did for me. It's just that you can't knock Luka now. Luka took that. It's been challenged with the ultimate team challenges. He's at the Western Conference Finals. He blew them out game 5. Blew them out. That's beyond closing. That means no. We were supposed to sweep you guys. I don't care who this little guy is. I'm taking this over. It's a wrap. And we saw it. He closed out, man. I just at some point we can't just say that Mike had his flaws. At that time, you had Bird and Magic, and people forget that. They would have rather had Magic. And there's reasons why. Because he passed the ball better. So there are reasons why you might want to have Luka better. It's not far-fetched. I don't have amnesia, Flea. I'm not old. Watch your mouth.
I haven't been disappointed with y'all in a very, very long time. I'm extremely disappointed today. I love y'all to death. Y'all my brothers. I love you.
I don't like to disappoint Flea. I don't like to disappoint you. I'm being
nah. You know I'm talking about mess, man. This is great. This is great. This is great. Listen. I hate getting in the position where I'm like defending. I be in comments and niggas be like, "Well, I mean, you're a LeBron stan." I'm like, "Well, the people that really know me know I'm not a stan. I just want let's be fair. That's all." But Luka, first team All NBA consecutive seasons since he's been in the league, scoring titles. You know, I will say this about him: just natural knack to shoot the basketball and natural feel of the game. At this point in his career, and in 2009, I was a huge critic of LeBron. He ain't nothing if he didn't win. You know, you ask my people that was with in 2009, I said LeBron won't never win a championship because he's a 35-year-old role player. That's the stuff that I was saying about this dude in year 6 because I wasn't convinced. But I have to be fair and think about what I watched from the day he came in to right now. And I don't know who's going to duplicate this. I don't even know who has a chance to duplicate this.
That's
in
a
terms
good
of
point.
Luka don't even take care of his body right now. Michael Finley had to go take a beer out his hand. Did y'all see that?
Hilarious.
Flea.
Did y'all see that?
Yeah. Flea, let me say this real quick. I was watching the other day, the Jordan documentary came on, The Last Dance, right? And it made me realize what a superstar really is, right? When you're that guy, and this is why you got to give Charles Barkley props. When you're that guy, you're going out fighting every time. You're putting the team on your back. You're not worrying about if they got the GOAT on the other side, if they got a better team on the other side. The games are close. This is why now you got to look at Reggie Miller, John Stockton, Karl Malone. You got to look at them guys different. Because when I watched that Last Dance, Flea, even though Mike never went to a game 6 in the finals, he went to a game 7 against Reggie Miller and them. And when you watch them games, the GOAT to tell you, yo, man, mentally, physically, this was tough. Them guys, those was close games, overtime games. Today, and I give LeBron props, but to me, that's what separates a lot of guys. Ant-Man last night, Minnesota, that was disappointing. At the end of the day, give me 6-7 games competitive, no blowouts. Mm-hmm. You the guy, show me you the guy. All I'm saying is I've doubted Luka. I was one of the guys that complained no defense and he's overrated and the Larry Bird and this and that. But I can't continue to let my eyes deceive me. Mm-hmm. What he's doing on the basketball court, not athletic, slow. Listen, man, he's doing it just as good as Braun. And of course, I'm not going to say his career, but he's on pace to be special. And Flea, we always talk about it. Some of these guys win 2-3 championships with the numbers that they having, averaging 30, 35, 9, 10 assists, all these first all NBAs, the all-star appearances, second, third in MVP votes, may get an MVP fight. We got to really start having these conversations. And I just feel, like I said, this is year 6 versus year 6. This is not, we're not comparing Luka to LeBron's whole career. That we not doing that. Because LeBron is arguably the greatest player ever, but he's definitely in damn near everybody's top 5. If you ain't got him 1, 2, 3, you got him 4 or 5. Some of us maniacs like me got him top 10. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but that's where I think Flea is arguing from, and that's my problem. At that point, once LeBron goes to Miami and he gets over everything, and he's going back to Cleveland. He got Kyrie on his side, bro. That 2009 LeBron could not win with Kyrie in 2014. He just couldn't because he would freeze. It's just in him. Luka doesn't have that. We got the same way we give Ant-Man all these props in the world. Like we said, AllBall the last half hour. We anointed Ant-Man to this other level. Meanwhile, none of us had him in the top 10. None of us had him in the top 10 MVP voting. Not at all. And they were the number 2 seed. Luka is a top MVP candidate, and he challenges you just like Ant-Man. Everything about him. We gotta love it. He's a part of the new era where he makes it fun to watch basketball. We don't have that since the early 90s and 80s, since the money came in the game. Now it's about to be a big baller brand. Shout out to LeVar Ball in this era. And we got guys who are challenging everyone. And LeBron wasn't like that. LeBron was is part of the crew that took it easy. These guys, man, killers.
What?
I love it. You heard me. Stop acting like you just so you forgot all of a sudden. Dwight Howard's another guy.
Yo, man.
Big, dominant, couldn't be stopped. And what happened? Exposed. It always happened when it got to this
exposed.
level.
What do you mean exposed?
No offensive game. You could pump fake him. He jumps all to the ceiling. Big dummy. That's what's wrong with Dwight Howard. He gets exposed.
Yeah, you're losing me. You losing me.
Oh, of course.
Of course. Because it's dumb shit now. Now you just saying foolish shit. That's why you losing me. Because now you just saying foolish shit. What? Let me. I want y'all to do this. Since y'all are like acting like these young niggas today in prison of the moment. Since y'all acting like these young niggas today, I want y'all to do this. Hold these new niggas to the same standard y'all hold y'all favorite players. Because guess what? Because hold on. Because guess what? Luka Doncic is in the NBA Finals now. He's in the NBA Finals now. And now that is going to be an expectation from AllBall, from Fabian Perspective, from myself, from the basketball world. He steps foot into his first NBA Finals. There is an expectation to go forward and 1, win. 2, be there all the time. I need you there all the time. This dude was in the NBA Finals for a goddamn decade. For a decade straight. Put him in there. And whatever team you want to put him against. We gonna sign Luka up for that? Are we signing him up for that yet? Yeah, everybody quiet down now. Now everybody quiet down. Go check on Jules. Go check on everybody quiet down now. Everybody chill now.
No. Hold on. All right. That was a light drop, a light mic drop.
Can I ask you a quick question, old boy?
Go ahead.
You said how many finals in a row?
10.
10, 20, 30. What happened to the first 2 finals, though, please?
Happened the first 2 finals. First one, that's the one that matters within this conversation, right? That's the one that matters within this conversation.
I believe I asked first 2 finals, but
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll answer the second question. Absolutely. First finals, 2007. After that brother got swept, the best power forward of all time came here, hugged him, and said, "Yo, you are the face of the NBA going forward. Thank you for this one, but going forward, I ain't got it for you." Next time he saw him in the NBA Finals, what did LeBron James do to the San Antonio Spurs? The next time he saw him, okay. So
hold on. You heard him out. He skipped over number 2. And
no, I'm going there. I'm going there.
Listen, what's my guy?
I'm going there, but that don't even matter.
Viola. What's the guy Back to the Future? Viola.
But
that's
again,
spin popping in the time machine.
Spin Dr. Fabian. You asked about 2011, which has nothing to do with the first 6 seasons. 6 seasons. 6 years.
No, see, hold on. Can we stop right here, please, real quick? Just real quick, so we can get an understanding.
Luka better fucking win. I swear to God, he better win his finals.
We just held Ant-Man's feet to the fire because we anointed him. We just did
Ant-Man not even playing basketball no more. We don't even need to talk about it.
No,
he's not playing basketball no more.
You can't do that, Flea. You
we
just told us
Luka and LeBron.
Yes, but you just told us you better like these new ninjas and you better hold everybody's feet to the fire. And when I'm telling you we doing it, you want to like go crazy. We do it. Jason Tatum, we do it. Yo, bro, you better go be clutch. You better beat Luka now. If not, this is on you because you both got squads. What's going to be a excuse?
But I don't want to talk about none of them. We're talking. We have basically said that Luka Doncic, and I'm saying we because the consensus. There's 3 on the screen. 2 are saying that he is better in his first 6 years than LeBron. So I'm the odd man out. That's fine. But what I'm saying now is that in LeBron's first 6 years, he's done it up. What did he say? Next time LeBron saw it. That's not true. That's why he's my nigga.
Yeah. That's why he's my nigga.
My nigga.
Flame to you, Flea.
Nah.
Saved his ass. Let's go.
Yo, that was good. But yeah, like we gotta. All right, Luka, you at the steps now.
Hey, Fleet, y'all all make great points. This is what makes sports basketball talk great.
Yeah.
Because if we don't bring up these topics and have these discussions, who will?
Mm-hmm.
And this when you know you're on the verge of being great. And this is how, that's why, you know, as much as I'm not a LeBron James fan, this is how we know how great he is.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're talking about him and he's not even in the playoffs.
Right.
So it's no knock on him. But I agree, you know, Luka, they got to get it done. But we just watching great basketball. And like I said, we're watching something that a lot of us didn't think can happen. I thought Luka couldn't get it done. I'm being honest. I was the one that said he was selfish, didn't care. You know, then, you know, we already know how everybody felt about Kyrie, personal, and, you know, oh, he can't play with alongside another superstar. He can't take the back seat. And like I said, now these guys is in the finals. And just my thing with LeBron is, like I said, first 6 years, not saying us, I'm going to repeat. When people talk about LeBron James, people think what he's done and doing can never be duplicated, can never be repeated. And I'm just saying the first 6, 7 years of some of these guys, well, I can't say everybody, but the last 3, 4 years with Joker, the first 6 years of Luka, they looking LeBronish as far as dominance, greatness, separating yourself from everybody, the numbers. Listen, man, Joker's averaging a triple-double at 7 foot. Luka's averaging a double-double, 35 and 10. And now he's in the finals. So for me, that's just where my argument is at. No disrespect. LeBron ain't looking too much special no more, man.
I want to make a quick point.
I'm sorry.
And I you know, I hear what you're saying.
That's wild.
I hear what you're saying. I want to make a quick point though. Like LeBron James walks through the door and he's a freakish athlete. Like freakish athlete. And it blows people away. When we saw him as he elevated through those first 6 years, some of the stuff that he was doing on the basketball court blew us away. We saw Michael Jordan, yes. Kobe Bryant, but the size of LeBron James, the speed, the athleticism, just everything all encompassing, the passing ability, the rebound, all of that, right? And then we get this new advent of player coming from Europe. All these European players are coming in now. And now they dominating from a different way, right? They're not dominating you with athletic ability, being faster, being stronger, just being a better athlete than you. They're not dominating like that. They're dominating you with skill. They're dominating you with pace. They're dominating you with this, knowing how to play. What do I always talk about? Guys that know how to play basketball, guys who don't. You could never attach that to a Luka Doncic, to a Joker, right? These guys know how to play basketball. So I just wanted to make the quick point that you are absolutely right. He is dominating the same way LeBron James did, just a different way, right? You get on the basketball court and you think you're going to push him around, rough him up. I'm faster than Luka, so I should be able to stop him, right? Because I'm faster. But guess what? When he gets on the court, it's 10 guys on the court. Everybody is playing at this nigga's pace. Everybody is playing at his pace. How he dictates pace, everybody is playing at it. And so, you know, I gotta walk that back in real time. He is absolutely dominating the league. It just looks different from the way LeBron James dominated than the way he's dominating. So again, this is great stuff. This is a hell of a conversation to have about these guys.
Fabian, I know we can't stay on too long because you got to run, but let me just say this real quick. I want people to understand Luka and Kyrie is being coached by one of the greatest basketball handles of all time in God Shamgard, and by one of the greatest point guards of all time by Jason Kidd. That is a dangerous combination. The access in the basketball minds that Luka has in his corner is, listen, and I still don't think the Dallas Mavericks got the proper help. All them guys they dealing with is young, up and coming. Listen, if they really fill that roster out like how a Denver Nugget, like how some of these other rosters is filled out, he can be the LeBron, what LeBron did in the East, where he's going to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 finals in a row, or in certain spots. if the Dallas Mavericks really do the right thing with this roster.
That's gonna be tough because for me, Luka still does. That's the thing about LeBron. He was a two-way player, man. That's the thing when we talk about the
Agree.
first 6 years of the league, we're really comparing accolades and accomplishments, and that's what Luka has over him because, and the clutch factor for me, because after that it's, for me it's not pick your poison. The guy's clutch, so when it comes down to it, he's gonna. But after year 6, it's tough to do what LeBron did because, bro, 10 years in a row or 9 years in a row going to the finals on your body, the Olympics, like there's a lot that LeBron went through. He's an alien too. Now, Luka's a little alien-like because he's doughy. I'm not using your words, Flea. He's doughy. So it's tough on him, man. It's tough on him. So yeah, Luka 6'9", 280. Sherwin said, fellow Kyrie, that was my high school classmate. He was a Soundview boy. I thought
big shout out to Dietrich.
Yeah, big shout out.
Yeah, I thought his pops was from Mitchell's, further down in the South Bronx.
Can I piggyback on AllBall's point real quick before we wrap?
Yeah, no, I want to do at least 10 minutes with some Knicks news because that was a thumbnail.
But he just made a great point about the coaching, about the leadership that is guiding this Dallas Mavericks team. People gotta remember Jason Kidd's journey through coaching too, right? Like he's figured it out. He was handed a Brooklyn Nets team with a couple of aging superstars, and they thought that he could lead them to the NBA Finals. That didn't work. Remember? Yo, bump me, and he dropped his ice. He dropped the ice. Y'all remember that, right?
Right, yeah.
So, then he goes to Milwaukee, gets a young Giannis trying to figure it out. They can him over there, right? So he's had his share of trials, tribulations while he's going through this journey. So everything seems like right on time for this Dallas Mavericks team. The kid, be emerging into a great head coach. Nico, they said Nico Harrison was going to be an awful GM because he's getting some kind of preferential treatment because he was attached to Nike. So can he really do the job? He's built a championship caliber team, right? The last time Kyrie Irving was in the NBA Finals was 7 years ago. 7 years ago. For the last 7 years, all they've been doing was throwing smut on his name, right? Like all of these, PJ Washington, he wifes Brittany Renner, has a baby by her. He's a clown, right? People laughing at him. He's figuring it out. Gafford, Washington didn't want the worst team in the NBA, said, get the hell away from us. We don't want you. He's figured it out. Derek Lively just lost his mama. He's in the NBA front. Like, it just seems like a perfect storm for the Dallas Mavericks right now. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Jones Jr. bouncing around from team to team. Nobody figures out how to use this kid.
Yep.
He's playing well, right? Jaden Hardy was supposed to be a high draft pick. They fronted on him. They didn't want him. Jason Kidd has figured out how to get this kid minutes. Dante Exum had to get sent back overseas. He was a lottery pick. They sent him back overseas for 3 years. He comes back and figured out, okay, and Jason Kidd is putting him in spots. So this Dallas Mavericks team, man, like Boston better come to play because this Mavericks team, everything is coming together for them.
Fabian, real quick, 10 seconds. Everybody, y'all better give Jason Kidd his props because if this was another coach, the protection, you know where I'm going, y'all will be going berserk. We got to give Jason Kidd his props.
Yeah.
What he's doing with this roster and what he's done thus far is legendary.
Yeah.
So big props to Jason Kidd because how Flea just broke that down, another coach wouldn't have been able to coach that to the NBA Finals.
I ain't giving Flea no props. Nico Harrison was a Kobe guy. I know exactly what you doing. I ain't no fool. I know what was going down. No, shout out to Nico Harrison, man. His story is great.
Great story.
He's remember that, like you said, come on now, to go be, he's not an agent, but he was a super dude and he played ball somewhere.
He was an exec.
Dude.
He was an exec for Nike, like very connected to the players. A lot of players had, that's a big reason why Cuban hired him, because he just was so connected with today's player.
I forgot what school he went to, not Stanford.
Oh,
Montana State.
Montana?
Yeah, Montana State. But I knew his background a little bit because I'm like, yo, who is this guy? Because again, it's Mark Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Cuban is the guy. And it was not talked about. I said it before. So I have to say it again. Yo, they tanked last year. They did not make the playoffs, and now they win the championship. I don't remember that happening. I don't know how to transition that, but I would just transition to our guys while we're here. The reason why we all came here today, ladies and gentlemen, Knicks Rehab. Well, I shall respect my glasses. Some of us will be absent in that matter.
I ain't got my superpowers today, y'all. I'm sorry.
You off
location.
Yeah, I know, because you off the listen. Wherever you at, there must be some moonshine lingering, because you over here wilding out today, Flea. What Big Flea?
Never the little one. Never the little one.
Speaking of big, Brian Windhorst was on ESPN.
No parts of that. No parts of that. Nope. Not doing it.
I'm sorry.
I'm not doing it.
Baby. Yes. Yes.
Lord have mercy. I am not doing it. Nope.
Brian, I recall a year ago, Brian Windhorst of ESPN.
Get your ass back on screen, OG.
We moved along. He was asking what's going on over there.
Is Giannis going to extend? I don't know. And that uncertainty is what the league is watching right now. The New York Knicks, for example, they got 97% of their attention on the Miami Heat. 3% of their attention on Milwaukee. What's going on over there? And now, I was in Cleveland with LeBron James. LeBron James was a non-renewable resource for Cleveland. When he walks out the door, he's not coming back. In Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo is a...
OG. Now I can't unsee the Penguin from that. Now I can't unsee.
My man Oswald Cobblepot.
Now I can't unsee it. That's crazy.
Giannis ends up signing an extension for 3 seasons, but he goes on to say money is not important.
Contract right now, because money is not important. A lot of fucking money is important. So I'm gonna sign it next year. But no, at the end of the day, again, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense for me to sign it right now. I gotta, always look what's the best for me and my family, and for my situation. But at the end of the day, I want to be in Milwaukee back for the rest of my career, as long as we are winning.
That brings me to this. Giannis trade rumors. Knicks whole NBA watching Bucks star. That's what going back to what Brian Windhorst just said. But the most interesting part to me, it would be borderline malpractice for the Bucks front office to not run things back with Antetokounmpo and Lillard adjusting their supporting cast as needed. Barring some unforeseen change of heart, it will be at least the summer of 2025 before Bucks fans should worry about Antetokounmpo pushing for a change of scenery. I don't know why they're guessing 2025. And one more deal. I don't have my thing ready. I'm sorry. But they did report that Julius Randle Ian Begley was reporting that Julius Randle is not going to sign an extension in August. That's what he's predicting. I don't know if it's any sources, but sometimes with that whole reporter game, they'll hear something and they can't use the source. So they'll act like it's a prediction. But he's saying Randle ain't signing an extension this August. You heard Giannis there. I don't care about the money. And I want to be here as long as we're winning. That's that old school LeBron kind of conversation for me. If he's bringing that in here to New York, Flea, do you want Giannis here trading for Julius Randle and a bunch of draft picks?
Can I talk to you about this without my OG on the screen? Because all he's just going to do is look at me. He got it somewhere. Because all he's going to do is look at me in disgust. He's going to just be looking at me like, what are you talking about, Flea? Come back, OG, please. We need you, baby.
I'm a team player, bro. Listen, let's go.
Because all he's going to do is make faces and look at me like I'm crazy.
I'm going to shock y'all, too. I can't wait to hear what you got to say.
I don't even think you blink. You don't second guess. You don't sleep on. If Giannis is available and there's a notion that he would like to play in New York City, yes, absolutely. You make that trade 10 times out of 10. I don't even think you even think about, do I retain Julius Randle? All the sentimental value and what he did, all that shit goes out the window when you have the opportunity to get that type of player. All that stuff goes out the window, right? We welcoming back Tim Thomas, so we'll see you. We'll see you when you come back. But like, stop acting like this is sacrilegious to even think about moving Julius Randle for Giannis. If Giannis is, I'm not even gonna make this long. The long and the short of it is, Giannis is available and they're willing to deal with the New York Knicks. Yes, there's nothing that's gonna hold up a deal for Giannis and Antetokounmpo but Jalen Brunson. That's where it stops for me. Julius Randle, here you go. Mitchell Robinson, here you go. You want to trade the coach? Here you go. Tibbs, we'll see you later. We'll figure it out after that.
Thanks.
I'm over exaggerating at that point, but I'm just putting emphasis on the fact that a guy that's still in his prime, we're not getting a guy that's outside of his prime, right? I understand OG reservation. The last two NBA playoffs, Giannis has not been able to make it. Like, he makes it through the season, but can't make it out the first. He got hurt in the first round last year against Miami. He got hurt right before the playoffs against Indiana. So I understand that reservation. But again, this dude is young, and smack dab in the middle of his prime, has championship pedigree. You're not going to have to beg him to play. He's a guy that I think absolutely fits the culture that we're building. You know, I'm talking about gamers. I'm talking about guys that care about winning, guys that care about, you know, the structure of the team. So, no, I love Julius Randle, but no, I cannot hold up a deal if Giannis is available and he wants to be in blue and orange. Julius is going, fax, email, whatever you got to do to get it done immediately, get it done. We ain't got to think about this.
So for me, where there's smoke, there's fire. I think I've said numerous times. That's why these NBA playoffs this season was going to be interesting, because a lot of these matchups, people wasn't expecting to happen until the conference finals. So you had Giannis, the Embiids, the Kawhis, the Paul Georges, the KDs. These guys is all losing in the first. Devin Booker. These guys are all losing in the first and second round, when you expect these matchups to be either in the finals or the conference finals. So it makes a lot of players unhappy. Giannis is not happy. There's only one thing I'm scared about if he comes to the New York Knicks. Him playing alongside Jalen Brunson, because him playing alongside Dame Lillard isn't successful. So it seemed like it needs a little work. But Flea, I agree with you. The other day I said something, I was in my feelings. I was dead wrong. I'm trading the whole team for Giannis. Now, I think Giannis is perfect for Tibbs, and Tibbs is perfect for Giannis. Two workhorses. Only problem is we got to bring Thanasis with us. Hey, we got to do what we got to do. But also Giannis, from a business standpoint, it is about money. It is about legacy, wealth. It is about the future. Giannis in the blue and orange, his jersey sales is higher. His sneaker sales are higher. Commercials, movie star. It will be the Milwaukee Bucks to the 100th power. So Giannis being a smart young man, I'm pretty sure he's thinking of that as well. My opinion, his days is over in Milwaukee. He did something that people thought couldn't be done. He got them a championship. And this will be the first time, probably in Knicks history, we will be able to get a former MVP and star and champion. And this will be our third superstar we've gotten. Well, maybe four. You got Clyde, already got Bernard King and those guys, but I'm just saying guys that off the gate, Patrick Ewing, Carmelo, Giannis. When it's time and you have an opportunity to get a super duper star, you got to do what you got to do. So
get Randall the hell out of here. And whatever else they want. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Fabian. I flip-flop. That's why it's called Knicks Rehab. I took my medicine today.
Yeah.
I warned them earlier. What y'all expected? Be out here giving you the up-to-date feelings. That's what we doing out here. The barometer of the Knicks fans.
Bipolar. OG said, if you're not bipolar as a Knicks fan, you're not a real Knicks fan. So hey,
you ain't real.
Not real.
You ain't real out here, man. Period. I mean, off the top, that would be 2 top 5, top 6 MVP candidates on the same lineup. Start there. I think he's overrated as a defender, but I think Tibbs is the guy that could really hold on. Let me really see if he's overrated. He's already averaging 12
but he makes
the game.
But he makes the effort.
Not like he will
go get that block shot.
But I would like. I know we probably don't have the time, Fabe, but I would love to hear your deep dive on why you feel, because this is not the first time, second time, or third time you said that, and you're consistent with that. And I've never heard a defensive player of the year be questioned. I mean, aside from Rudy, but a guy that really plays defense. I'm curious, like what doesn't he do?
Well, you know, the last 3 or 4 defensive player of the years, they're all in question for me. Because Marcus Smart, you better hand that trophy. It was a Drew Holiday. I don't know what they were doing with you. Triple J, that's up in the air for me too. So with Gobert and Giannis, these are the last 4 or 5 guys. I think it's just a tougher era to judge this on for some reason. I think we assume he does, but I've never seen him stay in front of a man like that. I understand what you're saying. Where he can play drop coverage a little bit, rim protect a little bit, but he's not a great rim protector to me. He has those. What he is a playmaker. That's what it is with Giannis. Out of nowhere, when it's crunch time, come on, 16 of 16 free throws. I know I'm alluding to the offense in the championship game, game 6. That's why we respect Giannis, because we saw when they were all the say whatever you want about the injuries and everything. He played who was in front of him, and he closed out 4 straight victories against the Phoenix Suns, by the way, in the championship. Let's not forget that. So
50-point game 6.
50-point game 6, but 16 of 16 from the free throw line means when everything on the line, and I'm fully focused on my worst attribute, one of my worst attributes, right? So, but defensively, I don't think he stays in front of his guy like that. Can Tibbs help that? For me, Tibbs is the guy that could really, we never thought of Hartenstein as some super defender, and all of a sudden he's rebounding like this. That's the thing. When the hell has Thibodeau had a Giannis on his team? He ain't never had no super athlete like this. That's scary. So that helps him, and I think this coach can really help him with that. Maybe you can explain to me what he does defensively that I'm missing on, because remember, we started running it down the line. Well, for me, all of us, if Anthony Davis is a top 3 defender, he's level 1, all defense first team. Giannis is second? Yeah, not for me. I don't even think he's third. He might be in 2 levels below. That's not close.
I disagree with that, Fabian. I'm gonna just be brief. He changes games defensively. I've seen him do it numerous of times. I'm not talking about on the perimeter guarding a 1 or 2 or nothing like that, but he ain't no pushover. You ain't just going in there with him in the paint, and he gonna go to the top of the backboard and go get that thing. So I understand where you're coming from as far as when they try to make him one of the greatest they've ever seen as far as defense, but he's not a liability. I'll tell you that much. He's not a liability on defense, and he makes the effort. That's what I love about Giannis. He's not going to give up on a play. He's going to work hard, and he will chase you down, and he will go get that block shot. So I disagree with that. I'm not going to put him up there with Anthony Davis, but I'm damn sure not going to put him 3rd slot. No, I'm not doing that.
So and please, I'll pass it back to you. But that's what I mean. If those are the defensive player of the year guys, that's what I'm saying by elite. I see Herb Jones. I go, oh my God. If he had him and Brook Lopez was second in the running yesterday or last season for defensive player of the year. So you have 2 defensive player of the year caliber guys on your front line.
There too.
And so now you're missing Drew Holiday and you're missing the perimeter guys. And all I'm saying is, all of a sudden, you're not in all the Bucks are bottom 10 in NBA history when you got the big man. You ain't bottom 10. You in the middle of the pack. Anthony Davis got him in the middle of the pack. Wemby drove him from bottom of the barrel to up in the upper bottom.
Brook Lopez took a real big dip pause too. He just all of a sudden stopped playing defense too. So
that's a fact.
Yeah, come on now.
Defense and hitting the perimeter shot, like it's like night and day in terms.
He turned into KAT.
Right, when they when they were contending, in terms of conference finals, being in the finals, all of that, like Brook was amazing for that team. He's completely different player than he was. And I mean, that's obviously he's getting older too, so I got to be fair with that. But like, he's not the same. I was thinking about this. Maybe we can end with this. I had a question. Would love to hear what y'all have to say. Let's say we do go and get Giannis at some point. Maybe not be this year, but that 25 summer. And the pipe dream comes true. He wins us a championship, finals MVP, all that type of stuff. What does that do for his career? Like, what in y'all's list, in y'all's how y'all look at players, all that? What does that? Because I'm asking, because even with Giannis, with this championship, multiple MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, multiple All NBA first teams, right? For some reason, many people feel like Fabian, like you did the other day, AllBall. Like, he doesn't get that like jump out the window adulation like he did at one point. Like, it's real quiet around him, and he still had an amazing year this year, right before the injury. Still, he's always been consistent since winning the championship. So I'm asking y'all, he brings us one. Where does that put him in the pantheon of greats in terms of this NBA shit?
I love that we ending the show with this. If Giannis comes to the Knicks and wins a championship, that would make him top 15 greatest players all time. For me, that would jump him over Dirk Nowitzki and Kevin Garnett. And that would probably make him, this is going to be a bit much, he might be the greatest Knick of all time.
Leave it up to OG, right, babe? Leave it up to him.
Hold on. Let me tell y'all something. Tell y'all something. Whatever superstar comes to the Knicks and wins them a championship, I'm telling y'all, that is going to be the most important championship in all of sports history. That's going to supersede all the Dallas Cowboy rings, the Patriot rings, the Lakers Celtic rings. That's going to supersede all of that. And if Giannis comes and do that, gets the finals MVP and do it in a certain fashion, I'm sorry. Listen, this thing going to be like the Dark Knight. We still is cop cars and everything out here. I'm telling you. Fabian, you got the last word. Am I crazy as usual?
Of course you're crazy.
As that out of hell. You know.
Is one season? First season? No way. Well,
but the magnitude, Fabian, we talking about a championship for the Knicks, bro. For
I'm
us.
telling you.
Yeah, right. But again, I'm not going back on that. I don't care how smart you guys are, educated you guys, how much you guys educated me. And I'm not going against the team accolade. Is not what jumps somebody up. Giannis already proved to me he's championship material. So I didn't conclude, or I didn't answer your question in the last segment. You got to trade Randall for Giannis, by the way, and you trade 10 picks over there. 2 MVPs in the same lineup. You have to do that.
Take them all.
There is no, I'm a little, again, his defense I think is overrated. And to AllBall's point, that dribble handoff, you can't play with Dame, like with Brunson, that's going to be tough. They have to figure that out if that's the case. But 2 MVPs, bro, like we cannot look away from that. Where would he? I think I already had him in top 20, and I don't know if I was wilding for that. That's tough. He wins the title, comes to the Knicks. It just proves that he's this guy and he has the right team around him, and he's clutch. Just like with Luka right now, you have the team, no excuses. What are you doing about it? He closed out heavily. That's my trepidation with, or my hesitation with Jason Tatum. Bro, you've been had a squad. What's going on? Because Luka's 26 years old, so is Jason Tatum. What happened? What's your excuse? You got all the skills in the world. With Giannis, he ain't even as skilled as these guys, and he's going bananas. So I'm gonna I'll be there with AllBall with the greatest nigga of all time shirt, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Greeky Freaky, New York City. I'm gonna have all that. But back in my head, I'm just enjoying my time. You got to win 2-3 in a row to be the best New York Knicks ever at that point. Bro, Willis Reed, what Walt Frazier means to these guys, the way you cannot disrespect Walt Frazier in front of no older guy around me. They go nuts. Are you crazy? He better win 2-3 in a row before you call him the best Knick of all time. Nah, especially you can't just leapfrog Jalen Brunson like that. Not at all.
I don't even lean in the camera. I'm gonna do an AllBall. Like
we both just did that without even. I didn't even know you were doing that.
Nothing, bro. Like,
get us out of here, man, with that nut shit you talking about. I usually say something like that.
Yo, listen, man.
Yo,
a Knick championship. OG is right. That supersedes a lot of stuff.
Bro,
the Clippers could win a championship and it wouldn't be the magnitude.
It won't mean nothing.
We'll go
crazy. The Clippers could win one. Big shout out to Don.
Hey, Flea, before we go, I know listen. If you're a superstar and you see when you play in the Garden and you see the playoff excitement, you have to say to yourself, if I go there and win a championship, bro, you will be regarded as one of the greatest Knicks of all time, even if you only did it for one season. That happens nowhere else. And let me tell you something. I believe everything I say. I am not trolling. Giannis comes. He's the second greatest Knick of all time. We got to give Clyde Frazier props because he got two of them things. He jumps over my favorite player, Brunson, Melo, Patrick Ewing. He might jump over the owner. He will own this city. Let's go. Knicks.
For life. Fabian Perspective. Oh, we live.
Big Flea. Never the little one, y'all.
Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the deal. Throw that little yeah. They know the deal.
When I came on this motherfucker, you was shoulders all over this motherfucker.
Yo, he was so happy go lucky, and then Flino Brown popped up.
OG.
Yo, listen, Flino Brown, you Kareem Akbar, and I'm Ice-T. That's what y'all look. Listen, man, don't do us like that, man. New Jack City in the flesh.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.